Hello friends, my name is James. And this is my 1965 Alberg 30 sloop, Tritea. We are on a mission to sail around the world and see as much of this beautiful planet as possible. We're currently working our way through the South Pacific. I can't wait to show you everything we see. This is the last day here at Savusavu. I need to go into Copper Shed Marina, clear out, get settled up with them. Not clear out, but get settled up, pay my bills, and we need to do some provisioning at the local supermarket. We need to stop by the outdoor market and pick up Savusavu for all the villages that we plan to visit in the Yasawa group. I got all the water, the main water tank is topped up. I've done that over the last 2 days. Kind of every time I go to the dinghy dock, I fill up the jerry cans and transfer them, so the main water tank is totally full. And then I have the 2 empty jerry cans to go ahead and fill up as our emergency backup water. So, beautiful day. It was very, very, very stormy yesterday, all day, and today is gorgeous. The plan is to leave tonight at midnight so that we arrive at this outer reef that's like shaped like Florida that we need to cut through. There's these funny 2 like cut throughs in this reef called Savusavu North and Savusavu South. And if we leave here at midnight, we'll be getting to those in the morning at kind of sun up. Get through those, and then that'll also place us to the, I think it's called Makogai Island. It's a former leper colony, and that's where we're going to be anchoring for a couple days, snorkeling, exploring the old leper colony and stuff. So I think it's a 50-mile nautical mile passage that we will be doing, and we're leaving tonight at midnight because that's when the winds change directions and go back to the regular trade winds. They've been like, they would have been on the nose. They've been westerlies for the last 2 days, and that's where the storms came from yesterday. So they're gonna I think they're clocking back around to the regular trade winds. So let's head into town and see about getting all settled up. Okay, got my provisioning done, and I just popped into the marina office and got all paid up. Let's see what the charges were. The total cost was $187.91 Fijian dollars, which is about, I don't know, 120 bucks or something, US dollars. And I paid for a week on the mooring ball. Clearance fee was $25, where they assisted me with the clearance and all that stuff. So that's a fantastic price. For me, I'm stoked on paying that for a week's stay, just to be able to relax and not worry. And these facilities are so nice, like really nice, with the little shop and the restaurants and stuff. So now I've got most stuff knocked out. I still need to fill up the jerry cans with water. I don't need to get diesel fuel because I'm still full up on diesel. I checked before I left the boat. And then after I take the food back to the boat, I gotta go to the market, like outdoor market, and buy Savusavu for all the villages. So, good day so far. It's still early. It's like 8 a.m. or something. I've got almost everything done. So yeah, got a good jump start on the day, which means I can kind of take it easy. Maybe I'll hike up and check out the hot springs, since I haven't checked those out yet. And then we're ready to go.
Come rápido.
Okay, I got 7 bundles of Savusavu for villages in the Yasawa group. And I got fresh lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and fresh cucumbers at this market. That market's really cool. It's like taboo to film people without asking, so I didn't walk through and film, but it's a really cool market. So I think we're all set as far as having everything to leave. Yeah, I think we're done. So now it's just chill out the rest of the day and enjoy my last afternoon here in Savusavu. Okay, it's time to leave Copper Shed Marina here at Savusavu and make our way out into the bay and across the Coral Sea to Makogai Island. It's midnight right now, so we're gonna be driving in the dark to get out of here, but there's no real obstacles to worry about. So let's get it going. Passage has been going pretty good so far. We've been in the lee of Coral Island for a bit, and just now coming out of that, and the winds have started to increase again, and the seas a little bit. Nothing bad though. I think the winds are probably blowing 16 knots maybe. We are 15 miles from Makogai Island, and it's been pretty chill. Looks like there's a squall sitting over Coral Island right now. We'll see if it makes it to us or if it's just gonna hang out with the island. We are like half a mile from this north entrance. It says on Navionics that there's like poles that mark the entrance. I'm not seeing them, so it's going to be a little sketch. Actually, it's going to be a lot sketch, I think. It's overcast, which is the worst possible conditions for seeing coral, other than at night. So I'm gonna creep up on it and just hope for the best. It's a pretty tight passage between bommies, but it is marked as a passage. We'll see. We're committed, we're heading in. I think it's wider than it looks on the chart, but it's always good to be nervous. There's a boat anchored out, maybe they're scuba diving. Okay, we're through all the charted dangers. Now we just got to creep into the anchorage and find a spot to drop the hook. Makogai Island. Makogai. I want to be a Makogai. And now that song will be in your head for like a week. Alright, working our way into the anchorage. We're gonna anchor right in front of the village. We need to present Savusavu to them this afternoon, but we're gonna find a spot, hopefully in 30 to 40 feet of water, but we'll see. A lot of the anchorages here are like 60 and 70 feet deep. Welcome to Makogai Island. I think we're going to be here 2 days. This is a former leper colony, and I'd like to go ashore and kind of check out that. They also grow giant clams here, and you can snorkel like right by this pier. Apparently there's giant clams underneath there that you can see, which is awesome. The clams were endangered, so they started growing them here, which is really cool. And I want to explore and get in the water and do some snorkeling, really see what's happening underwater here in Fiji. But right now it's time to rest, sit anchor watch, and have more coffee. Okay, got the dinghy in the water, everything's ready to go. We're gonna head ashore and into the village here at Makogai Island. And it's tradition here in Fiji that when you visit a village that's not like a city, you visit a village, every village has a chief. And you are supposed to go into the village and present them with what's called Savusavu, which is this like dried root. And it's bundled up like this. You can buy it in town, in all the cities and stuff. They use this to make a traditional beverage called kava. Kava is like a mild narcotic. I've heard it described as like the opposite like of coffee, but kind of extreme opposite of coffee. It kind of brings you down. But they enjoy drinking that here. It's a tradition, and they'll do. I'm sure if you've seen any videos on the South Pacific, then you've probably seen people in the kava ceremonies. But when you arrive to a village, you're expected to go ashore and request permission to visit their lands, their village, and even to anchor in their anchorages. That's the sort of correct thing to do. And I've read in some cruising guides that a number of cruisers came here with a crappy attitude, and they're like, I'm not doing that. And which is, you know, created sort of conflict between the Fijians and some of the cruising sailors. So, you know, we're visitors in their land. You don't like go in someone's house and put your feet up on their coffee table. So it's the least we can do is to respect their traditions and pay them respect and be grateful that we get to see this beautiful paradise. You know, these waters, this anchorage, the sea, this is where they gather their food as well as the land. So it's a very small token of respect that's not difficult, and I'm happy to do it. So let's go in, and the way you go about it is you just go in and the first person you see, then you say, oh, I'd like to present Savusavu to the chief, and they take you to the chief. Now it's time to head into shore, see if we have permission to check out the island, and then I'll show you guys what I see. my friends are in here. So cool. That's awesome. That is neat. A lot of visitors, huh?
Yes, yes.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, at the moment over here we are doing spawn clams and then keep them in the tank till they grow to right amount like 3 to 5 centimeters, and then we put them in a slab, and then we take them to outer islands. You know, like in outer islands is through Fiji.
Yeah.
We distribute them to all over Fiji. When the headquarters in Suva, they want some clams. We get them ready here, and then we take them to the mainland to distribute to hotels and villages. We have 7 different types of clams, but at the moment we have only 5. And as you can see,
are they all the giant clams, or they're all different types?
Different types. Giant clams are one of the species.
And they were endangered, right?
Yes, yes. And then we have been spawning it last 2 years, and then we are waiting for another for the group from Suva to come, and then we will do another spawning.
Cool.
If you can see, when you go around, you'll see that some tanks are empty. That's because we put them in a slab, and then we put them in the ocean nurseries, so they can grow faster.
Oh, cool.
And then they can put them in the nature.
So this is like a nursery, a clam nursery.
Land nursery. So when they get to a right 3 to 5 mm, and then we attach it to the slabs, we make slabs.
Okay.
And then we put it in the sea, where we have our ocean nurseries. So when the order comes, when they say, okay, we need 50 clams to be taken to this hotel or particular place, we just go to that site, that kind of species, for what kind of species they want, and what's the amount they want, and then we get it, and then we transport it to the mainland, and then the mainland will take it to.
And then to the hotels, for people to eat, or
no?
Is it for the waters?
Yes, for the waters.
That's awesome. And this is all conservation work, then, which is and that's what I was reading about. The clams are endangered, and then you guys started kind of saving them by growing them here.
Yes.
That's fantastic. So then it would be so that the tourists could see the clams. That is fantastic. Really amazing. Awesome. Thanks for the work you do. Really appreciate it. And thanks for accepting my Savusavu. Is that how you say it, right?
Yes.
Cool. All right, now I'm going to take a peek around. They said I was allowed to hike and go see the waters, and we'll walk around the village. And you guys are the only family, right? That's what you're saying?
Yeah, only my family is here. At the moment, we have 6 staffs over here that we work at this station. Two other families are at the settlement that side. There's another settlement that side, and their families are that side, because the school is about to start.
Oh yeah.
You'll be starting on Tuesday, I think. So they're taking their children that side. So one of the officers should be here to do seawater exchange on the generator to pump the seawater inside. So my family and I staying here to do all that. And
cool.
And 3 of our officers are in the mainland, in Suva. They went and deployed some juvenile clams. Oh, cool. They went to Kusto, Savusavu. They went to put some clams there, and then when they came back, there are another batch of small juvenile. We took it from here, then they took it to Kantamu, Pokomo Resort. Oh, cool. So they are not yet, I think they're about to come. Nice. And those mooring balls out there, is that where you guys keep the fisheries boat? Cool. Yes. That's awesome.
Awesome, thanks. And what was your name again?
Pau.
Pau. What was your name?
Mary.
Mary. Awesome, super stoked. So let's go have a peek at their village, and then later this afternoon we'll get in the water and see if we can see some giant clams. So much for showing me and telling me everything. I appreciate it. Oh, I can see them.
Like we tested in the
Oh, so that's like the little
nets, and then we have some other.
Oh, these are your slabs you were telling me about,
Yes.
huh? And those are different species, huh?
This is the giant clam.
That's the giant clam.
Yes.
Ooh, that's cool.
This one, there are 1, 2. These two of giant clam, and some other slabs we just took it yesterday.
Oh, okay. Nice, nice.
We went and put it. That's it. We have ocean nursery. We have some ocean nursery that side. One at the Island, and we have some this passage. Just a little bit deep. We put it there, and the other one is in the village side.
What do you call this here?
I don't have.
You don't have a name for it? Looks like the same plant in Hawaii. Or Kiava. And what are these? These are just spent shells?
Yes, these are the shells that we have some enemies for the small juvenile clams. We have snails, and sea snails. They kill
They kill them?
Yes.
Oh, crazy.
They stop eating it from the bottom.
Oh, crazy. Wow, look at that, how intricate that shell is. That is very crazy.
When you see the...
Wow, look at that. It is very interesting.
They start eating it from the bottom because the shell is very hard. So they go for the soft part down below.
Oh.
The snail, they do that. But the other predators for the clams are the triggerfish. They just go and crush it.
Because they have the beak, huh?
Yes. And the octopus.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Did the snails get them in here or when you put them at sea?
No, in here. If we see if the shells are empty like this, we'll know that the snails is inside. So we close this, open the outlet, we let all the water drain out, and then we take the clams and then we scrub, use the toothbrush just to scrub the outside of the shell, because some of the snails may be attached to it, so that we take it off, and then we transfer it to another new.
And let this dry out to kill all the. That makes sense.
So yes, mainly we just do clams now, but before we used to do turtle farming. When the turtles get hatched from the egg, we bring it when they hatch around the island. We just go and bring it and put it in the tank. We have set in tank, and then we feed it till it gets a certain size. When we see that the shells are hard and then they can find their own food, and then we release
Oh, cool. You ensure that they're going to make it.
Yes.
That's cool. That's awesome. And then where was what part of the village was like the leper colony?
Yes, this is the site where the leper colony.
Oh, this was.
Yes. But all of the buildings have been blown away.
Oh, okay.
Except for those 3 houses. They were blown out. The building was here before Winston, but after Winston, everything's gone. But
and what year was that? Do you remember?
2016.
Oh, okay.
2016 and 2016. Winston came. Everything. Every house down. Only the foundation is left. Only this 3 houses left.
Wow.
All these buildings are new buildings. They built after Winston.
And then what do you guys do for water here? I see you have catchment tanks. Is it all catchment? There's no
Yes, we have them. We have a big dam.
Oh, you do? Oh, cool, cool.
On top of the mountain. This is just for drinking, but the the water that is at the dam on top that we use for the toilets and washing dishes and clothes, you know.
Cool. And then once you get all these like hard parts,
yes,
then you bind them together to make your broom?
Yes. Use the tube, the rubber tube.
Oh, okay. You just put them in a rubber tube?
Yes, we use this that stick for the handle.
Oh yeah, yeah. It looks like an axe handle or something. Oh yeah.
Yes.
That is cool. Wow. And these are just, it's just this, huh?
Yes, we've used only one and a half coconut leaf, or one whole coconut leaf and the other half for one broom.
Wow, that is awesome. And how long does the broom last? Long time?
4 to 6 months.
Before it wears down.
Yes.
That's awesome. Absolutely fantastic experience. They pointed me down this path so we can go see the leper cemetery, which is pretty cool. Back when this was a leper colony. And then they pointed out a trail we can hike up so I can get cell phone service. Take a peek at the internet. There's no service in here. But this is a cool looking trail. One cool thing, he did this like chant sort of prayer thing when he accepted the Savusavu. And then after he was done, and he like said things, and it was all in Fijian, he spoke out the door, he spoke to the ceiling or to the sky. And then afterwards he was like, okay, thank you, now you're part of the community. You're free to use any of our lands. You're free to take fruit from the trees, to enjoy the waters, go for a swim. If you need water to drink, we have water for you. He's like, you are now part of our community. Which it's like, what a like beautiful, cool thing, you know? It's really awesome. Fantastic. And now I'm getting to like hang out in this totally isolated, ultra remote little island. Amazing. There's so many frogs here, I almost stepped on them. There's like a huge bee, I don't want to get stung, but huge area where they are, it says remote queen breeding site. Makogai Island quarantine site, keep out. So cool. Wow. Okay, we're at the leper cemetery. certainly not every day you get to spend a quiet time in a leper cemetery in the remote South Pacific. Boy, leprosy was so gnarly before they figured out how to treat it. And some of the early colonies were real bad. But then, as it went on, the colonies and villages got much better. Like Molokai was a thriving community. It's just everybody happened to have leprosy, other than the handful of, like, you know, doctors and priests and stuff that were, and nuns and nurses that were immune to the disease and stayed there and took care of these people. And here as well, I was reading about this one, and you know, they were, the lepers, it's not like they just laid around all the time. If they were healthy enough, they farmed and they fished and they lived as a thriving community, just isolated from the rest of society because of that disease. But luckily with modern medicine, they're able to treat it nowadays with, like, I think it's like 6 months to a year's worth of kind of hardcore drugs, antibiotics to deal with it. But fascinating to see the sort of remnants of another time like this. So Pau just told me that this building we're about to look at was the old movie theater, the cinema, and then the hurricane kind of leveled everything. What was the name of the hurricane? Wilson?
Winston.
Oh, Winston. And so you'll see when I show you this, the facade of the structure, looks like some kind of crazy German, like, brutalism architecture, but the holes are where the cameras would project the movies out of. That is so wild. It's pretty big, huh?
Yes.
There were that many people living here at one time?
Yes, yes.
Wow. This is so cool. Wow, that's neat. And what are these mud things? Are they wasps? Oh, there's a frogs. There's some frogs hanging out.
Yeah, it's like a wasp, but they just make houses with.
Yeah, where I'm from, we had what's called mud daubers.
Yes, yes.
Probably same thing.
Same thing, yes.
That is so cool. Oh, you just cut these off of this tree? Oh, that one right there?
Yes, this one.
Nice, nice, nice. Is it gonna fit? Bonk.
Another one?
Yeah, sure. That's it, that's one. Alone. Perfect. Awesome. Thank you so much, Pau.
Oh.
How did you climbed up there?
No, just that's why I brought the knife, just to cut one of the long.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then I just.
Oh, and there's what are those?
Plantain.
Plantains.
Yes.
They're so funny looking. They're shaped like cucumbers or something.
Yes.
If you enjoy the content on this channel and would like to contribute, you can consider joining the Patreon crew. Thanks for watching. Fair winds until next time.